continue to flow in quiet stillness. Along the way, the phone's battery stopped at 97% for no clear reason. It was a tiny fluctuation, never meant to be recorded. Yet this program gathers only those small, meaningless shifts. Meaning optional.
I'm recording this at night. That things happen again, where my memory just disappeared. Sometime in my head, I imagined someone stepping on someone and turning them to peace. I did that kind of daydreaming today. I was daydreaming about a famous person. I support this idol and see it really nice and beautiful, but it talked. I think many people like that. But I was imagining saying, "You're so beautiful, but you're really easy to talk to." I don't remember well, but I think I used to praise people a lot too. There are many ways to praise, but here I mean praising someone like crazy. But at some point, I thought I should stop doing that. I was trying to remember why I thought it was bad. But I couldn't. I was probably just thinking too much about myself. There's nothing wrong with praising people. I'm happy when people praise me. And the other person will be happy too. Also, asthey side is coming out. Really. Today, I was calculating everything for tomorrow again. I was thinking I have to do this in the morning, even though nothing is happening tomorrow. I just made up a reason and thought I shouldn't think too much about the program name today. So I'll record the English episode. I don't usually record in the afternoon, but I did. The problem that it affect the Japanese episode. When there's a change, and sometimes fail, it turned out exactly how I thought it would. This is what happened when I changed things a little, but I just wanted to do things ahead of time. This time I thought it would be fine, cause unlike doing muscle training before, I can save up one episode for later. So I thought it was still okay. Maybe I'm thinking too easily. Also, I'm rarely saving money down to 10 yen. I buy the cheapest tofu, but then I did something useless with the microwave and wasted 2 million yen because I had to buy a new one, and that's so frustrating. I thought, if I save 10 yen a day on tofu, how much do I save in a year? Then I think maybe to buy the slightly expensive one. Once I started thinking like this, it's hard, but then I think I don't need to feel so bad about the 2 million yen. Even if I save that money, I'll probably end up in the hospital in the future anyway. When I think about that, I feel like to buy expensive tofu. Now for dinner, I smelled something nostalgic today. It was the smell of the school lunch my house made, and potato stew always smells like that. The first bite of potato tastes great today, but from the second bite, I couldn't taste anything. When the taste of the sauce is stronger than the food itself, and when everything is the same strong taste, my tongue gets used to it, and I can't taste it at all. It's so frustrating. Human senses are strange, but cause I felt this frustration for over 10 years, I can eat a lot of tofu at lunch and feel it tastes good. I don't get tired of it. I don't know if my taste is strange or if my head is strange or maybe I just don't have common sense. But tofu tastes sweet to me. It's not like a sweet dessert, but tofu is like a treat to me. Tofu is really cheap. Tofu is precious to me. So I'm happy I can eat 3 blocks a day now, even though I'm tired of it. Also, we the chicken, but it tastes like shrimp with chili sauce. We are saving money at home. Also, fish cakes, sometimes they taste really good to me. Today was like that. And also, when they are in something or when they are fried, I want to talk about when I was in the religion. I didn't fit with the people there, and I didn't fit with people outside either. I tried too hard to be right, and I got depressed. I tried to live that faith correctly, and I broke down. For me, living with the dream of meaning was different from other members. This is the part where I was very different. For other members, it was fine, but for me, finding meaning things showed my perfectionist side too much. So I had to throw away meaning. That meant I had to quit the religion. You could say I threw away the meaning. A life to save my life. That's no meaning to life, but there's a difference between living with meaning and living without it. I threw it away. For you ask me, will I feel free or happy now? I don't feel that way at all. I got out of the prison of meaning, and that part is good. It's good that I threw away the dreaming of meaning and can see reality clearly, but it made my depression worse. I could live my daily life, but I can't live in society. My bodies are too different. Talking about how life to no meaning. Here holding onto that thought makes me different from society. After I lay down, I could sleep, and I kept thinking about the program name all day. I shouldn't push myself. Also, I hear some noise from the old woman's house next door. Or maybe to just the wind, I feel like I got out of the prison of meaning after quitting religion. But I don't want to tell people I got better. And I don't feel that way myself. Things change, but they don't get better. Thinking about things got better is too simple and short-sighted. When I look back 10 years from now, I might realize that moment was just the start of something, but I don't want to look at things too happily and think that was good time, or I'm glad I did that. There's no point because how you look at things change later anyway. Also, when I was talking to my mom today, I made a mistake about the difference between boiled food and oden. We talked about this many times. So my mom made a mistake and told me the wrong things she should know. But she made a mistake again today. Boiled food is eaten at New Year's, and in Hokkaido it's called umani. But she still think it's like oden. I told you this before. It's not that my grandma says so. My mom just made a mistake on her own. She still doesn't get it. I didn't think much about it. When we were talking, but looking back now, I think, wait a minute. I looked it up, and boiled food is indeed like that. Also, I looked up why oden doesn't have certain things in Hokkaido. It was interesting. Yes, I'm recording in the middle of the night now. I heard the sound of my mom touching things in the kitchen without washing her hand, or maybe she did wash them. And my sense of time is just off. It's troubling. Lately, I've been watching the news about the Kyoto incident. There was a pretty woman, maybe an announcer or reporter, and I wanted to see the video game, but I couldn't find it. Today, she came on again, and when I looked her up differently, I found that she wasn't an announcer but a reporter. Our police didn't come up. The person I saw before was an announcer with the same name. They just do a same name, but were different people. There was a strange thing, but the program name, I'm trying to put religion in it. I wanted it to reach people who left religion, but then I realized there aren't. Many people who left region in Japan, even though there are many in America. I wanna reach others too. But if I try to reach too many people, I won't reach anywhere. People are tired of self-help. People like observing religious. People with brain trait, people with OCD, people with depression, people who are shadowing, people interested in Japan. There are many groups, but if I go too wide, I reach nobody. It's too hard to pick one. So I went with the religion group for now. I was doing a personality test today, the strongly finder one. When I finished, I had to put in my email, and it didn't work. All that work was for nothing. I done it before, but I take too much time on each question. When I took the brain trait test before, there was a personality part, and it took me 2 hours. It's probably a 10-minute test for others. Today I thought I did well by using my feelings quickly, but it failed. It's strange. It has nothing to do with the computer code, but when I looked up a song on Spotify, a podcast came up about the strength finder. The song name was just a sub-name, so it was just by chance, but it came up right when I was doing the test. It's creepy. I'm recording now. Do you know the ISTJ test? It's a personality test. I tried a new few, but they asked for money at the end that showed the result. All those 10 or 15 minutes were wasted. I did 3 and they all failed. But the 4th one worked. It's a ISTJ just like before. It must be correct. People like pro game player Shohei Ohtani, people who are ahead of others seem to this type, but it's not that great people are this type. That there are many business owners or artists with this type. It doesn't mean this personality is great. It just means people we think are great at these traits. I think the same, but Ichiro, maybe it's just way one-sided, and you can see that his life and personality. It's the same for Ohtani or pro players. Who that's what makes someone great? Maybe add their trait to succeed and something, but I don't have that talent anyway. And I'm chattering, but times are changing now. Even without talent, who you have patience or the right partner, you might succeed in the new era, especially in the AI era. Maybe people with patience will survive. That's just an example. But things might change like that. People who live without dream and just think reality. Seeing reality sounds cold, nihilistic is different too. There's no name for it because there aren't many people like this. So we can put them in a group. The only person who made the group was Nietzsche, and he called it Overman. But it's just too much for me to call myself that. Or maybe people are scared to put a name, and that's who lived without a dream, though that's probably not it. Going back to what I said, though that's probably not it. Going back to what I said, even if I had a trait to succeed, I'm a shadowing, so there's no way I can succeed in school. I did too much about feeling that I had to do something. And I kept thinking about what my talent was and where I should use it. I thought too much, got depressed, and couldn't decide my path. Since I have that tendency, I don't try to look for it now. Also, when I was looking at podcast tests, I saw someone who is really like me. It's normal to have someone like me since it's a personality test. But simply put, the type of personality I really like, the person I think is nice, it's the same type. The person I thought was really like me is there too. It's normal, but that's how I felt. Also, I thought podcasts are great because I saw someone with a sudden job doing a podcast yesterday. They talk about their job, their trait, or their life. It's like self-help. I guess I have that same wish to let people know about me. I think everyone has that wish. Especially people who aren't in a good place, they wanna tell others this person didn't have to do the podcast, but they spend time doing it because they have something to say. I'm thinking about the program name. I realized religion shaped me made me different. At the same time, I have many mental noise, including brain trait, with the hard part and other part. That's who I am. I don't think I really exist, but I have to think about myself to make this program. In the end, I don't know what to show. I feel that depression is the main thing, and many people seem to worry about it. I wonder if there's anyone with depression who lives a strict life. There's also being Japanese, being around, being a minimalist, being tired of hating myself, trauma being a shut-in. There are many traits. I couldn't pick one, and I have all of them. But I have to choose a target, even though what I talk about doesn't change. The program is important. Some say I should just use a brand name, but for my program, it's better if it's easy to understand. I thought about the common point of my target group, the words setting down with them. I mentioned depression, OCD, and people tired of self-help. Also, there's No way out. That's the future of my program. Not getting out of things that think religion put me is the pressure to be right, even without a disorder. People who were in religion often become obsessive. They feel they have to live correctly. Also, most people look for a moderate amount of meaning, but in religion, you are made to believe meaning to the extreme. So even after you leave, you can't go back to having just a moderate amount of meaning. My personality is shaped by religion. In my daily talk, I don't talk about religion, but I want people who are in religion, people who are left, and people who are tired of looking for meaning to listen to me. I wanted to raise them, but then it might look like a religious program, just saying, I'm different, that doesn't work well. The trait of brain trait are doing the same things, repeating and making things simple. There are other traits too, but the difference made by the mix of these traits and religion is complicated. At the core, there might be anxiety. I mentioned observing things too much, being sensitive, and anxiety. Anxiety seems to be a big worry for people, just like depression or even more. That's why such a program gets lost. I found another trait, anxiety. I had anxiety since I was a kid. Do I need to put this in the program description too? Yes, I'm recording here now. The tool had a bug again. I tried to fix it, but it didn't work. I didn't know what to do. More than 10 years ago, I had my mom look up what jobs I could do on the computer. Now I have a smartphone, so I can look things up myself. I thought about looking for a path for the future game. What if I start doing that? It will go on forever. So I stopped. Before opening Pandora box. I'll probably just end up on the hospital anyway. And it's decided that I'll go to the hospital for my illness. I don't get money for my disorder, and I don't get government help. So there's no point in looking. Before I tried to do internet business many times, but it didn't work. Also, my mom looked up where the high school kid next door goes to school. It felt creepy to look into people like that. So I stopped, but I was curious. Also, idol didn't wear makeup during her online fan meeting. I kept thinking about why. Maybe her time was different from others, but that's not it. I couldn't figure it out. But I got the answer. There was no real reason. It was shocking to me that she did it without makeup. I'll talk about What happened today? I thought someone was in front of the house, but no one was there. I thought I saw a ghost for the first time in my life. Barry was a bug. It looked like a hut. It looked so much like a person that I really thought it was a ghost. Also, a politician got into trouble. I guessed what happened, and it was right. Yesterday, after the personality test, I went to Spotify and found a podcast talking about that test. It was an MBTI, but another test. That's strange. The chance of that happening is too low. It makes me feel bad. Maybe I have some strange power. This is a daydream or drama. But in high school, I was playing doubles with this guy. We went to karaoke, and I was a bit late. I said, sorry, but he didn't say anything. He didn't look mad, just no reaction. I wonder if he thought he didn't need to answer someone like me. Even though we were playing doubles, I don't understand him at all. Also at my old boys' school, some older girls start thinking about adult things. I wonder what I would think who girls talk about that now, and what I should have done back then. I was daydreaming about it. Maybe I should look up and acted like I was thinking hard about their question. I panicked back then. Yesterday, I talked about how the personality of the male and female cerebri are similar in the MBTI. It wasn't just their personality, but their vibe and intelligence seems similar too, which surprised me. Also about time. Physicists study time and they have different views on it. But time is something humans made. We made clocks to have a steady rhythm to make life easy. But clocks aren't time itself. Time is just something we made. Today I thought we'd think hard now not to change what in front of us. But for the future we do things now, so we won't regret them later. We think we're living now, but we're actually living in the future, since there's no real time. This happen. We do things now, so we won't regret them. So we're living in the future. We can think, but time, because of my memory, I think memory is boring because it's just saving information. We go back and forth in time because of memory, without even without trying to remember the past or think about the future. We live by going back and forth. Time is just that. But we can only live now. The past is just memory. And the future is just what we think is coming. We just have a sense of time on our earth. Like I said before, if you go near a black hole, You feel like the future is falling on you. There's no freedom and space, but there is in time. I don't know if I'm saying this well. For example, I don't find meaning in some daily things, but I know I'll have trouble or regret it later if I don't do them. I act by guessing. The future or cause of past failures. That means I'm not living the time in front of me now. I feel like I'm warping. My mind is always going here and there, living with thought out the future, or feeling like I'm already living in the future. I don't find meaning in what's in front of me, but I see what will happen in the future if I do or don't do it. I think the past change completely. Either I either regret things, but sometimes that's failures. That failures feel very small. Sometimes I think that was a good time, or I'm glad it happened. I can guess that even my being a shut-in might feel like it was meant to be, or that it was good. Strange things happened to me. I'm trying to remember, but I couldn't. Before in elementary school, I think I didn't go to some event, or or I felt at it. It turned out fine in the end, and it had to happen that way. At first, I thought it was failure, but things were guided well. I remember that I've been recording in Spanish, but then I thought Indonesian would be better, or maybe Portuguese. Then I looked at the market data again, and it was totally different from before. It felt like a trick. The numbers are different depending on the data. What I thought today was totally different from before. It says there are many in America, the UK, Canada, and Australia too. So it's different from what I heard. Also, Germany seemed to be good for personal philosophy. Germany has many people who listen to the radio. Before I cared about how to make things useful, not just getting information, but getting things that help me. Since I looked for meaning too much, I didn't think about enjoying things. Who I listened to the podcast before, I would choose some things for learning, but because my perfectionism, and when I listen to this and that, I wonder what the point is, and stop. So maybe I'm better at keeping things going now than before. In the MBTI test yesterday, the person close to me, my type was similar to me in many ways. You can also see your weight well with your type. I don't know, but fitting well. But the celebrity I thought was really nice turned out to be that type. It's scary because it's very like I'm being seen through. Also, my ISTJ type is similar, and many are already children. There is probably no link, but maybe To become ISTJ, I don't think that's links. An only child in show business might have ISTJ tendencies. Also on YouTube, a Korean person who just debuted was singing Utada Hikaru's song, who I had to sing in Korean while playing the piano. I couldn't do it. This person can do English and Japanese, play the piano and sing really well. I was moved. I don't usually get moved by music because I have strong dislikes. Most songs make me think, oh, here we go again. And it's bothered me. I have to fast forward TV music shows, so I only trained my patience. There is a female celebrity. I don't like or dislike, but she's more on the side I like. She's treated like a big star, and when I looked up why she's so popular, she turned out to be amazing. She wanted to join the baseball club in elementary school, even though she's a girl, and she also joined the comedy group. She's the opposite of me. I envy how she goes her own way. It was shocking to see someone like her. Many people seem to wonder she is treated like such a big star. There are many people like that on TV who I don't understand why they are there. And there must be a reason. But when she was at her peak, she went overseas for charity. I never think celebrity is great, but going when she was making money from commercial is amazing. She must have a personality that's just good for things. If you like a waste, but I don't think she's fake. Nor do I think she's great. I just think that's her nature. I think people who do charity are amazing, but I don't understand them. I just think they find meaning there. In her case, she probably just went without thinking. She probably wanna save people by nature, but because people like her, the world works well. There aren't many volunteers in Japan, but the world works because there's helpful people. I'm recording at night now. I've been interested in kabuki families and looked them up. It turned out people from different families are in the same show. I was moved and shocked again. Today it was shocking because they have different family style and I thought they were rivals, but they do the same show. You don't see this in sports. I dislike rakugo, but I like kabuki. When I became a shut-in, I was interested in it for a while. When rakugo players were on the radio, I changed the station because I had it. Rakugo is also traditional. I guessed more than 10 years ago. I only listened to NHK radio in the morning. I listened to Kyogen and know without knowing what they meant. Everything sounded the same. It was good training for my mind. Also, during meals, rarely I feel I shouldn't look toward the house next door because I hate it. This kind of obsessive thought seems common among people who are in religion. They feel something, but will happen if they do something. Also, when things go well and there are no mistake in my routine, I get scared and stiff. In my religion, they taught us that when things go well, bad stuff come out, and we should be careful. That foolish teaching is probably the cause, but religion itself isn't bad. Still, many people get sick after leaving religion, so children shouldn't be put into religion. Rarely, the wife of the suspect in that incident was relying on a spirit medium. People shouldn't get into fortune tellers either. Religion is the same. I understand the feeling of wanting to rely on something. I see that in myself. Even with small things, I feel I'm relying on them. Like who I do this, it'll be fine when you are tired of or have no way out. You wanna rely on something. Someone relies on small things. I think it would be easy if I could rely on something. The healthy way to deal with things, but I'm careful. For you rely on something, despair is waiting for you later. Like I have a lot to do this week, so I'll drink expensive coffee every day. That's right. But you might fall into hating yourself, or you might ask someone for advice and do exactly what they say. For dinner, I had chicken cutlet. I think like chicken cutlets more than pork cutlet. I wanna try lamb cutlet too. The cabbage, Chinese cabbage and eggplant today were probably the best in recent years. I think the eggplant was just grilled. The onion and the potato from Sycamore yesterday are cheap and delicious. I couldn't taste much today. Tough. Today I'm in tofu with more soybeans, but today of all days it tastes like usual. I wanted to taste just the tofu, but today I couldn't taste it at all. Even though I used fewer soybeans now. In the middle of the night, I wanted to go downstairs, but I couldn't go down no matter how many times I knocked. Sometimes my mom is in the bath, so I can't call her many times. Today was fine, but I care about that things. Today I wanna explain a rule with a concrete example. When I listen to podcast, even if there are episodes left, I have a rule that I shouldn't go to the next show. Otherwise, I fear things won't go well, but I forget if it's that things won't go well. Why do that? Or if I shouldn't do that. I have strange rules. I have many rules, and it's troublesome to have many of them. But I can't get rid them completely. Kabuki actors pass down their styles to their children, but in Chinatown, the taste changed for Japanese people. These things get passed down to the next generation well, who I have something to have behind it with which had to be shut in. I'm recording now. I have a guess and dream about Shohei Ohtani. He probably didn't care. He probably didn't care about the record for racism, but but he think he think its evolution might change with just state game. That state of my mind is best from YM. Rather than looking for season record, Ichiro also said he focused on one at bit, but this is different. It's a feeling that today's game might change everything, but that's not enough, and I forget what I thought after that. I did my podcast with that same spirit. I've been shut in for over 17 years, but I've already recorded for 2 years. That's so frustrating. I wish I started earlier, but it's good that my personality got a bit softer than when I was 20, so I can do it with this mindset now. Also, Japanese sports players overseas always use an inner predator even after many years. Since they're talking about themselves, they could speak even with broken English, but they use an interpreter. It means you have to use one even after many years. I think not even 1 in 1,000 Japanese people can actually speak English well. What do you think? It's not that sports players are not smart. The people we see on YouTube, on TV, who speak well either lived there as kid or just that once in a thousand. TV makes us misunderstand things. It's scary how we get influenced by TV and think this celebrity or singers is amazing just because they gather people. The the scary thing.